What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you stopping by for the first time, if you like something you see here today, please don't forget to subscribe at some point during this video. Those of you stopping by that have been here before, welcome back to TLTG Reviews, my friends. Glad you came to see me. So, Easter Sunday, but that doesn't change the game. You know what today is. It's time for our weekly rotation. It's week number 21. Stay tuned. So starting off on Sunday is actually one that's relatively new to the collection. I gotta say, I did enjoy the smell thoroughly. I am glad I got it. It smells very good. The oud is very synthetic but enjoyable. But performance definitely leaves something to be desired after about 5 hours. Of course, I'm talking about from Calvin Klein. It's Euphoria Intense. Like I said, love the way this one smells. Some good stuff. Doesn't really get talked about much. And the synthetic oud, like I said, is very enjoyable. But performance is absolutely nothing special. I only got about 5, maybe 5.5 hours on my skin, which for what you would think this is, it's definitely something you need to keep with you to refresh. Unless you're just going to be needing it for 3 or 4 hours, then you don't need to take the bottle with you. But if you're going to wear something like this to work, which this kind of strikes me more as evening wear anyways, but if you're going to wear this as a daily driver, you definitely going to need to keep this with you or a decant, because performance is definitely not its strong suit. But it does smell really good. Like I said, the synthetic oud in this one is very enjoyable. And that's Calvin Klein. Euphoria Intense. And then later that evening, I actually put that shave video right here. I did a review on Razzle Rock Emperor, which smells like Aventus, and several Sensual Obsessions products that smell like Aventus. And the fragrance that I capped it off with was their formulation of Double Aventus, which is actually Aventus Cologne and a smoky batch of Aventus, which makes for a pretty well-balanced fragrance. This is one of their more popular sellers from Sensual Obsessions, and one that if you're looking to get sample packs from, I strongly advise you trying this one. This really balances out the Aventus DNA very well, and I think it smells great. And that's from Sensual Obsessions. That's Double Aventus. Moving into Monday, I'll actually have this video at the end if you want to check it out. I did a battle recently from the Guerlain L'Homme Ideal line. This is Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Cool, newest release from 2019. Very minty, very, very creamy, and very good. Now, I wouldn't say this should have took Cologne's place. I think it's great in its own right, and they could have stood side by side. Still don't know why they discontinued Cologne, but I actually have it right here still. I'm probably going to wear it at some point this week. They stand side by side. So I really don't see why they needed to discontinue Cologne, but I will tell you, Cool is a great fragrance in its own right, and I absolutely enjoyed wearing this one. Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Cool. And then later that evening, been wearing this one a lot lately. Really makes me happy when I smell it. It's one that I just spray and spray and spray. Wore it last week, day and night, one day, I want to say it was like Saturday actually. So the spread wasn't that far. It was Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. Like I said, I've been spraying this one more and more lately. Just one of those DNAs that never gets old to me. Spawned a ton of flankers, and I get it. It's kind of played out at this point because it's been around for so long, but I still absolutely love wearing Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. And that's what I wore out the shower on Monday. Moving into Tuesday, this is one that I have not wore in quite a while. This is from Mont Blanc. This is the original Emblem. It's my little 40 ml. Very bubblegum, very youthful to say the least. I would dare say this is even more youthful than Invictus, because this has that bubblegum Invictus sweet type opening. Decent performer. I get about 7 hours on my skin until it kind of starts to fade away as a skin scent, but it's one that nobody really talks about much, that you can get real cheap online from FragranceNet. You can get a 100 ml in the 20 some odd dollar range, in the mid to upper 20s. And like I said, is it a must buy? No. Is it very easy to wear and very pleasant? Yeah, absolutely. If you like the bubblegum vibe, you'll probably love Mont Blanc Emblem. And then out the shower was a lot of blue and light blue and aquatics all week long. It's Calvin Klein Eternity Aqua. Whoop, I had the bottle backwards. There we go. Basically a mature Polo Blue. The original Polo Blue has that melon and cucumber smell to it. Like I said, just smells a little bit more matured. This is one that not a whole lot of people talk about, but it's one that's still great. It's tried and true. It's been around for many years now. You can see I've started to put a little dent. I got this one last summer and it kind of got lost in the shuffle, but I plan on putting more of a dent in it this year. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but definitely going to knock it down a little bit because it smells great in my opinion. And I've been really digging the Eternity line lately and a lot of flankers from it. And out the shower, it's Calvin Klein Eternity Aqua. Moving into Wednesday, I was digging this one so much that it was what I wore during the day, and I sprayed it again when I got out the shower. I don't know if it's the most popular, but it's definitely 1A and 1B with the other popular fragrance from Versace. It's Versace Man Eau Fraiche. Very, very popular for a reason. People wear the hell out of this thing. And I don't blame them. It's a very fresh, spicy, citrus aquatic. The star fruit in this one is beautiful. This smells great. It's been around for many years now, and it's sold a lot of bottles because people love the way this one smells. Women love the way this one smells because it's just so fresh. You can't go wrong with a very fresh fragrance. So during the day and out the shower, it was Versace Man Eau Fraiche because it's just so good. Moving into Thursday, this is actually the other fragrance from Versace that I was talking about. I don't know which one sells more, which one's more popular. I would say this one's my favorite. Versace Pour Homme, also known as Versace Signature. I don't know which one they've sold more bottles of, Versace Pour Homme or Versace Man Eau Fraiche, but they're both extremely popular, and they're both warm weather staples for sure. This is one, if you're not really heavily into fragrances, you've seen these bottles before, or you probably have had one of these bottles before, because they just smell great. They're easy to wear, they're people pleasing, they're great for the warm weather. So out the shower that day, all day long, I actually refreshed twice, was Versace Pour Homme. And then out the shower that night, sticking with this light blue juice theme, Zaharoff, the original. I did a 10 cheap timeless fragrances video on this same day, and having this one out and spraying it and smelling it just made me want to wear it. So when I got out the shower, I sprayed it relatively heavy too. I think I threw about 8 sprays on, which is way more than I need just lounging around the house. But it smelled very, very good. Very citrusy, very aquatic with that sharp metallic note. Those of you that have tried it or have had it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's out the shower. It was a great choice with a Zaharoff. Moving into Friday. So on Friday, I actually did a full wearing. I didn't do the review till Saturday, but this is one that I strongly advise you get a sample and try, because it doesn't smell like everything else, but it's not crazy unique at the same time. It's very versatile. Can even be a signature scent that you can wear year round. It's from Kajal. It's Kajal Homme. One of the more wearable citrus oud fragrances out there. The oud is so subdued and natural and not medicinal in any way. You can get away with this one easily in the summer, in the high heat. Now, I probably wouldn't do more than 3 sprays at the most in the summer, but you can go 7, 8, 9 sprays in the winter if you'd like, because this one is potent, but it doesn't wear heavy. It's very easy to wear for what it is. You see this color juice in this bottle, and you hear oud. You don't think it's going to be as easy to wear and as versatile as it is, but it's probably the best in the line and the best to get, in my opinion, from Kajal. It's Kajal Homme. And then later that night, so kind of an interesting setup here, and it smells good, and it just worked. I recently got a package from Duke Cannon, so I busted out Duke Cannon Huron, and I actually put some of the solid on as well. Their scent of Naval Supremacy, which I did have the thick body wash I used that night as well. I don't know if you'll be able to, it's going to focus. You see the swirls from my hand, but threw this on my wrists, on my pulse points, sprayed this around my neck and my chest, and I was smelling very soapy and fresh and clean, to say the very least. Not the most natural smelling stuff, very synthetic, but these Duke Cannon fragrances do smell pretty good, and they're very cheap. And then I'm really digging this solid cologne. This stuff is great. And then it's 1.5 ounces. It's a lot. It's gonna last me a long time. So out the shower that night with Duke Cannon, the solid cologne C and Huron proper cologne. Moving on into Saturday is one that I've been having it sitting on my desk, and I keep saying, oh, I'm gonna wear this tomorrow. Oh, I'm gonna wear this tomorrow. And tomorrow never seems to come for this fragrance. Well, finally happened yesterday. Bulgari Blue. You can see I put a decent little dent. I sprayed it very heavy. It smelled very, very good to me. According to my wife, I just smelled like baby powder, but it smelled a little more complex than baby powder to me. I really get the tobacco blossom in here, and obviously the tuberose. I think this stuff smells great. I always have. I love using my shower gel and my aftershave lotion that I have of it after a good shave. When I know I'm going to use the aftershave lotion, I absolutely use the shower gel first, because this stuff's potent and it lasts a while. And I absolutely love the way this one smells. It's very underrated because it's been around for a long time. Nobody really talks about it anymore, but I still think this is a hell of a fragrance to wear that's kind of got a bit of a uniqueness to it, and that's from Bulgari. It's Blue Pour Homme. And then that evening when I got out the shower, I figured I'd try my other blue bottle from Duke Cannon. So it's Seneca. And I gotta say, this one's got a strong neroli note to it for sure. Very white floral. For as citrus and aquatic as it is, I really enjoyed it. I do have to say, between the two, I do like Huron more. It's more shower gel, soapy, Invictus Aqua. This goes really well with the shower gels and the solid cologne. So that's more my favorite than Seneca is, or Seneca, or Seneca, or however you say it. I think it's Seneca. But it's still a decent fragrance nonetheless. Need to rush out and buy it? Nah, probably not. But it's worth trying if you don't have something similar to it already from Duke Cannon, Seneca. So that's my rotation for week number 21. Definitely kind of a free-for-all that ended up being a whole lot of light blue type stuff. Have no idea what's going to happen moving forward. This week, I will tell you, spoiler alert to start things off, I was in the mood for Prada L'Homme Low, and it just happens to match what I'm wearing, crazy enough, as far as the color on the bottle. But digging the way I smell right now. Might be an iris heavy week. I don't know. We'll see how I feel during the week, and we'll talk about it next Sunday. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Do appreciate all the feedback. I love hearing from you guys. What all did you wear this week? Let me know down in the comments. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of these, you give them a spray now, you know there's a real good chance you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.